All right, let's discuss the Facebook audience, the custom audience type called customer list, and also, why we want to use them and how we use them. So one thing to note is that in 2019, Facebook added the special audience category, right? And that does apply to housing ads. And so what that means is that we can no longer target ads based on zip code, among other things. Also, gender, age, that type of stuff that could be considered discriminatory. We can no longer target ads around. Now, in real estate, the fact that we can't target zip codes is a big deal because if we're going to mail a just listed or a just sold and we want to target the immediate geographic area around that, we're not able to. So, what we can do, however, is we can now actually take one of our mailing lists and we can create what's called a customer list with that mailing list, and then we can run Facebook ads to that mailing list. So, there are a couple ways to do this. We can manually do it inside of our Facebook Business Manager, or we can do this using Wise Pelican. So, I'm going to show you both ways to do it. So if we want to do this inside of our Facebook Ads Manager, we're going to go to our business tools and select audiences. And then once our audiences pop up, we're going to tell it that we want to create an audience. We're going to say that that is going to be a custom audience. And then we're going to select customer list. So once we select customer list, we're going to tell it that no, we don't have a customer value. Generally, that's used more for like e-commerce, that sort of stuff. We're going to say no, we don't have a customer value. And then we're going to upload our file. So you'll want to have a CSV file ready to go. And we will just call this test list. We'll say next. It's going to automatically map a few fields that it sees. And then we'll go over to our action needed. So these are the fields that it has, but it hasn't mapped. And we'll simply select these fields and we will map them to Facebook. So first name, last name, the street address. Actually, Facebook does not take the street address, interestingly enough. The first name, last name, city, state, and zip is plenty for it. On that previous screen in this list, we had email and phone number. That's super helpful. The more data we can give Facebook, the better, but it's certainly not necessary. So just having the first name, last name, city, state, and zip is plenty. And then we can press upload and create. And now we will see that Facebook says they've successfully imported our 601 rows from that mailing list. We can hit done. And now we have our test list available. As an alternative, if you're a paying Wise Pelican subscriber, that's any paid account beginning with the silver accounts, you can go into your list manager, select one of your lists, and then just press the Create Facebook Audience button. And we'll call this Sunrise Test List Video. I have multiple ad accounts, so I'll select which ad account I want to use, and then I'll press Create. You'll see that it's creating the audience, and then it'll tell us that the audience was successfully created. And now I can click my link to go to my Facebook Ads Manager. And you'll see my audience right here that I just created through Wise Pelican. So it definitely saves quite a few steps. Obviously, I'm able to map stuff pretty quickly. It may take you a little bit longer. So definitely, if you have a paid Wise Pelican account, that's the way to do it. And so what's cool here is that what I'm able to do, let's back up to what I just did here. So I created a mailing for this list called Sunrise, right? And I mailed postcards to everyone in this list. Now, I do want to note that Facebook's terms of service definitely, make it a little gray whether or not you can utilize a list that isn't, truly a list that you've gathered for this purpose, right? So you have to be a little careful using lists that you've purchased or, downloaded from tax records, that sort of thing. But essentially, so I am able to take this list that I use to mail a postcard, create a Facebook audience, and then I can market one of my Facebook posts to that same audience, right? So let's take a look here. We'll go to our and we will see, let's find one of our posts. And I do want to show you something because this is a little bit changing with Facebook these days. So if I pick one of our posts and I say boost post on this page, you'll see that I'm able to select custom audiences, right? And there are the audiences that I just created. Now, if on the other hand, I say that this is for a special ad category and tell it housing, we'll note that this option disappears. I've seen on phones, sometimes it stays, sometimes it goes. It's a little bit sketchy right now, but there is a workaround for this, right? So generally, this isn't the best way to actually boost a post anyways. The best way is to go back to my ads manager, and I'm just going to create a new campaign. So let's call this Sunrise Boost. I will say it's a special ad category, housing. New ad set, I'm just going to say ad set 1. And ad name, I'm going to say this is for the Southwest style boost. Let's just call it. And I'll hit save to draft. So now I have my new ad campaign, right? Everything's set up at the campaign level, right? So on the left, you have campaign level, ad set level, and then ad level. So at the ad set level is where I am going to choose my custom audience that I created. So we will go over here and we'll type into our custom audience, right? That's Sunrise. And we'll see here we have our Sunrise test list video list that I created, as well as the Sunrise test list that I created. So we could select one or both of those. And so now we have our ad set up, right? We're not able to change these demographics, and we don't really care anymore. We could change our location if we wanted, but we probably don't want to because this is a very targeted list. So for instance, someone that's in our Sunrise list that owns a condo in Sunrise but isn't physically located in Arizona is somebody that we still want to target. So we really wouldn't want to change that. In our instance, being in Scottsdale, Arizona, we might even want to include Canada in here as well, since we do have a lot of Canadian homeowners here. So generally, right, you'll have to change your optimization and delivery for what it is that you want, right? For this type of campaign, daily unique reach is probably good, right? So just reaching as many people on your list as possible on a daily basis, right? So you can select something like that. Generally we'll just let Facebook control the ad spend. We're not going to do anything huge for this type of ad spend. For a list like this, you can set a daily budget of a few dollars and set a start and end date. So we have our audience set up now. So this campaign is actually now set up to target the same people that I just mailed a postcard to, right? And then the last thing I need to do is actually modify my ad. So to modify my ad, I'm going to go to the ad, and then I'm going to tell it to use an existing post, and I'll go in and select my post. So here's my Southwest style Facebook post. I'll hit continue. And I can preview all of the placements. And so this will include placements on both Facebook and Instagram. And from there, I can go ahead and publish my ad. And now my ad will show this post. It'll boost this post on both Facebook and Instagram to the people that are in my list that I just manually uploaded or pushed from Wise Pelican. If you don't already have a Wise Pelican account, you can create one for free at wisepelican.com to kind of check out the system. And then if you do want to utilize some of the advanced features, like pushing Facebook or pushing your lists to Facebook audiences, you can get a subscription by clicking on your login right here in the top, and then just heading over to the subscription section. I hope this was helpful. Again, if there's anything we can do to help you, wisepelican.com. the chat here in the left right corner is indeed a live chat. You can go ahead and send us a message by just clicking that button.